So hello guys, my name is Nishad Kadam and welcome to my channel, and in this particular video we'll be talking about this range function in Python. Okay, so this range function, what it does, it basically returns a sequence of numbers. Therefore it is often used in this for loop to print a sequence of numbers. Okay, so this range function basically returns a sequence of numbers. So as you can see that there are three parts in this range function. Okay, so the first part is the start. Okay, so this specifies the start of the sequence. So if I have specified 1 over here, it means that my sequence will be starting from 1. So this second part is the stop of the sequence. Okay, so where the sequence should stop, so this is specified by this, that is the second part of the range function. Okay, so if I have specified 11, then the sequence will be stopping at 10. If I have specified 12, the sequence will be stopping at 11. So the sequence will always stop at one value less than the specified value. Okay, so this is start, from where should the sequence start. This is stop, where will the sequence stop. So this is specified over here. So if the sequence is stopping, let's say if I want to stop it at 10, then I'll specify 11 over here. And this third part is known as the step size. Okay, so now step size basically does the work of skipping the values in the sequence. If I have specified the step size as 1, then 0 value will be skipped. Okay, and if you have specified the step size as 2, then 1 value will be skipped. I'll be explaining it to you with the help of an example. So first of all, let's run this for loop. Okay, so now you can see that the sequence of number are getting printed and the sequence is starting from 1, right? So we have specified this one, so the sequence will be starting from 1. Okay, and then as I have told you that the sequence will be stopping at always one less value than the specified value. So this is first of all stop part in the range function. Okay, so it will be stopping at 10. Okay, and you can see that the step size over here is 1. Okay, so 0 value will be getting skipped. So you can see that after 1, 2 is getting printed. So no values in the sequence are getting printed. Okay, but now let's say if I write 2 over here. So now the step size is 2, means one value in the sequence will be getting skipped. Okay, so what will happen? First of all, this 1 will be getting printed. Okay, then the step size is 2, right? So one value will be getting skipped. So you can see that the 2 is now skipped. Okay, and directly 3 is printed. Okay, then again after 3, 4 is skipped. As the step size is 2, so one value will be getting skipped. You can see that 4 is skipped, 5 will be getting printed. 6 is skipped, 7 will be getting printed. 8 is skipped, 9 will be getting printed, and then 10 is skipped. And then the sequence ends, right? So sequence will be ending at 10. So no value will be printed further. Okay, so this is what a step size does. Okay, step size basically does the work of skipping the values in a sequence. Okay, so now let's say if the step size is 3, then you can see that here 2 values will be getting skipped. So after 1, directly 4 is getting printed. So the values 2 and 3 are skipped. So after 4, 5 and 6 are skipped and 7 is getting printed. Okay, okay, so this step part over here is optional. Even if you don't specify this step size, it is okay. Then also this range function will run. So by default, the step size in the range function is 1. So you can see that here no value is getting skipped, right? So the step size, by default, the step size is 1. Okay, okay, and so just like step size is optional, this start parameter is also optional. Okay, so even if you don't specify the start parameter, then also and if I try to run this range function, then also it will be running, because the start parameter is also optional. By default, this range function will start the sequence from 0. So you can see that the sequence is started from 0, right? So this sequence is started from 0, but this stop part is compulsory. So now if there is only one value specified inside of this range function, then it will be the stop value. Okay, so the stop value is 11. So it will always stop at a value less than the specified value, right? So it will be stopping at 10. So here the default starting value is 0 and the default step size, that was the third part of the range function, is 1. And why it is 1? Because here you can see that all the values are getting printed, right? No value is skipped. Okay, therefore the default, so always remember that the default start value is 0 and the default step size is 1. Okay, okay, and one thing you should always remember that all the parameters or all the arguments which are present inside of this parenthesis of this range function, they should all be an integer. Okay, So this is a float in Python, right? So this is float, this is a decimal number. So if I specify a decimal number inside of a range function, it will give me an error. Float object cannot be interpreted as an integer. But if I convert this float to an integer, okay, let me save my program, and if I run it, you can see that it will be getting printed without any error. So all the parameters that you have specified inside of the range function, or all the arguments that you have specified, it should be in an integer format and not in any other format such as float. Okay. Okay, so now let's say if you want to print a reverse sequence, so what I'll do is I'll specify my start parameter or the start argument as 11. So let's say I want to print from 11 to 1. So what I'll do, I'll specify my start parameter as 11 or start argument as 11. I'll specify the stop argument as 0. Okay, so if you are following a reverse sequence, so what comes before 0, 1, right? So what comes before 0, 1? So if you are following a forward sequence, okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it was always stopping at one value less than the specified value, right? So if I had specified 10, it was stopping at 9. So it was stopping at one value before the specified value. Okay, so here also it will be stopping one value before the specified value. And here we are following a reverse sequence, right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So what is before 0? It is 1, right? So it will be stopping at 1. And if I want to move in a reverse sequence, or if I want to follow a reverse sequence, the step size should always be 1. Okay, so if I run this program, you can see that the sequence will now follow a reverse pattern, and it will be printing from 11 to 1. Okay, and if you see that if it was not -1 and it was just 1, and if I try to run this program, nothing will be getting printed. Okay, and if I type this -1, okay, you can see that 11 to 1 will be getting printed. So if you want to print a reverse sequence, the step size should be always 1. Okay, the step size should be always a -1 or a negative number. Okay. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. And if you are liking my video, please hit a like and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.